Hey now, it's your girl Little Bacon Bear. You might know me from the screen or the airways. Either way, we are up close and personal with Rico Nasty today for the Recording Academy GRAMMY U. Now, Rico Nasty is the queen of punk rap. Yes. After years of moshing and performing internationally, the 23-year-old has successfully created her own lane as an artist. She's kept evolving from her pop sugar trap era to the more hard-hitting energy of her debut album, Nightmare Vacation. Horns for that. In 2020, she was named a member of the XXL freshman class, and Rico Nasty is an artist equipped to consistently deliver results for fans, supporters, and industry giants alike, making her one of the breakout artists, the biggest breakout artist of the generation, Miss Rico Nasty.
Bacon, that intro, thank you so much, babes. I love you so much. I love how we run into each other at the most random times because we're from the same place, and every time it's a climatic experience. The hugs are warm, the energy's there. Bam, 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 bam.
You know, it's always like we could meet in jail or we could meet in the club bathroom, but I'm so glad that we meet in like these really productive ways. At least we're still on the good side of things.
Not in jail.
Well, I mean, my favorite thing about like quarantine, pre-quarantine is like being in the bathroom and like some girl being like, you matter, you're beautiful. And you're like, damn, girl, I do matter. And it's just like, I don't even know this girl, but we in the bathroom and this is womanhood. This is sisterhood for me.
Yeah, I definitely miss the random uplifting human interactions, especially like the guys. Like, I know, we never really give the guys credit, but have you ever been mad? You got the mad bitch face.
Yes.
Or the RBF face.
The resting bitch face, if you will.
But just this innocent man, he said, why you look so mad? Why you look so mad? I just be like, you know what? Some days I'd be like, mind your business. But then some days I'd be like, you know what?
You're right. I am mad. I shouldn't be.
Smile a little bit.
It's like a delicate balance because it's like, do you want me to smile just for like you, or you want me to smile because you want my day to be good? Like, want me to smile because you want my day to be great?
I'm starting to realize that if it's said to me, then it's all about how I perceive it. So I tend to not worry about if people are saying it for me to feel a certain type of way. And I just hear it and I feel it however I felt the puzzle needed to be put together in my head.
Well, starting at feelings, we know that there's your feelings, their feelings, and then there's the truth. And then there's somewhere in there is the truth. You know what I mean? It's like a delicate balance. How do you talk yourself off the cliff of not being right? You know, because sometimes you jump out there and you be like,
I feel like the best thing to do when things go sour is just to back away. Just I need time to digest the truth because like sometimes the truth can be very, very blunt. Like it is what it is. So not even the truth, but in life, a lot of things and a lot of situations will simply be, it is what it is. Like that just really happened. And I feel like a lot of times my younger self would always be so rah-rah, like, what happened? Why it happened? I'm with that. Like, nah, but it's really just like, just take a step back.
Yeah. And you know what we call that though? Growth. It's growth.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
You know, just to run it back a little bit, to say that we have energy in a great space is ultimately 100% true. It's literally facts. But I do feel like that some of the younger Rico was an angry girl, and you have gotten a little bit over that anger, and you have channeled that anger into something better. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, but I feel like that's I guess that's a small piece of it. Channeling the anger. I feel like it's also channeling like my inner superhero a little bit.
Yeah, because I think all of these things are just like passion. Sometimes it's like the misguided kid that just like can't sit down in class or can't do this thing or can't do this. It's like all you need is a little molding, a little direction, and you could soar, baby. You could do it. And I really do think that you have done it thus far. But to rewind off my tangent here, walk me through how 2021 has been for you thus far.
Oh, I feel like 2021 has been a really good. That's like my computer generated response. It's all right. I've been on like 2 vacations, which I've never been on vacation ever. So to go in 2 in 1 year within 6 months is amazing. I'm very happy about that. I feel like this year though, it's just been a lot of like do or die decision making that has been needed to be made. And it's a part of getting older, but I think everybody in quarantine as well is kind of going through a lot of do or die. Like there might've been a lot of habits that you picked up during quarantine, or a lot of people that you picked up during quarantine that it's outside. I'm trying to have a little fun. And it's like a lot of things holding us back. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are, turning into butterflies. Like our cocoons were quarantined, and now we're ready to spread our wings and make those do or die decisions. Like, do you want to live like this, or do you want to live like that? This is what it takes, and that is not what it takes. So you want to take the easy way, hard way? Pick one.
I love that you said do or die, because that's like one of my favorite kind of go-to. It's like, listen, sink or swim, do or die. You like literally have a choice to do it or you don't.
Oh wait, can you see it?
What? Really? Great minds! Why are you in my brain, Rico? Oh my God!
That's my favorite quote, literally, sink or swim, because
it's true. I like to use that example to kids. You were like, oh, I'm so scared to go on stage. And it's like, you can either go up there and look like a fucking dumbass, or you can go up there and do what you know how to do, which is talk and communicate with other awkward people, because they're just as awkward. They're literally looking at you wondering the same thing. Like, how is that girl talking normal?
Yeah, it's very, with stage presence, that was never something that I was like scared of, but there were crowds that I had to win over. Like, I'm not going to sit up and act like, every crowd moshed every time. Like, there were a lot of shows where it was like bigger venues. You know which one I remember particularly? Do you remember the 2 Chainz show at the Fillmore?
Of course I do.
Yeah, that was like my first show at the Fillmore. And, girl, it was...
You got to give yourself some credit. You give yourself some credit. Give yourself some credit. Give yourself some credit. I was there.
I mean, and obviously, now I know how to rock out and go crazy. But for artists who have that mentality, who are afraid to break loose on stage because they're afraid of people, how they're going to look at them, or they don't want to do too much. Like, you're on stage, bro. You need to do the most. Like, what did these people come here for? And I had to really break out of that. I had to break out of performing, looking in the crowd, seeing some people know exactly who I am and some people don't at all. But you have to win those people over, and you have to engage with those people specifically. That's one thing I will tell people. Like, if I see somebody mugging in the crowd, if I see somebody getting uncomfortable with the mosh pits and just like, like looking irritated.
Stop throwing water on me.
I make them feel special. I point them on. I make them feel special. I bring the attention on them. So even if I know how my fans are, they will see you. They're going to make you have a good time. Like, ain't no sad faces in here.
As a person that has seen Rico Nasty live, I can verify she is saying everything that she is saying. And you have a fan base that engages with you in such a unique and loving way. Standships can be interesting. They really ride for you. They can be wrong for you. They can be right for you. And they can defend you sometimes when you can't defend yourself. Tell me about your standship. What are they like?
They're my besties. I love them. I feel like listening to them got me very far, in a way where, I'm an artist and I do what I do, and that's what I do. But listening to them on certain situations, like, you don't never want to hear somebody tell you when to speak or when not to speak, or how fans can be very like bombarding sometimes, like when they feel like you have been snubbed, or like, those moments where they're like, why wasn't this artist a part of, like, they make things super uncomfortable. And one thing about my fans that I love about them is they're so creative that they work their way around the people who make me feel like I need to be doing more or something else. Like, do you understand that? Like,
yeah,
Twitter,
if I can understand, if I can relay it back, it's like, not that they fight your battles for you, but they know enough about your work that they can speak in rooms where you're not necessarily equipped to, because we know what happens when you give attention to the timeline and you give that hater the attention, it goes up.
And not only does it go up, but I will say that some of those statements don't even hold no weight. Like, some things you really say when you mad, and some things like are jokes. Some things deserve to be like blown over. Like, some things don't really matter that much. But the minute you feel that they are like, you need to say something, and you say something, and you jump out there, you look dumb.
Well, it's a delicate balance because people try you. People try you.
I mean, people try you, but actions speak louder than words. And if your fans aren't fighting for you, then what are they? If your fans aren't fighting for you, and I don't mean like brawling, beating, hurting people for you. I don't mean that. But if they're not fighting for you in a musical debate, then where are they? Like, because all of this is just music and fave against fave and all of that. But if they're not fighting for you, then what? How are they a fan? Because like that's what makes a fan a fan. Like a fan, I feel like is a die hard. Like they do or die about you, and I just love how my fans like they ride. They don't just ride.
Listen. I feel like fans. It's important that fans come with the facts, and your fans come with the facts. Like one of my favorite facts is like they'll be like, Rico had a sold out tour like before her debut album, or some of the other things that they. I just gave you one, but 3.
Come on, bruh. Like, and that's what's crazy too. It's like now that I've been home for a little bit, because I really haven't been home. I still been gone. But now that I've been chilling, I've been realizing like, hold up. Not only did I sell out the Sugar Trap tour, but I also sold out the Nasty tour in the United States. And then I went over to the UK, did another tour that sold out. And then I did like a festival tour, so I wouldn't consider that selling out. But that's three tours. All the festivals I've been performing at have always gone up. Like it's never, But it's like really crazy when you sit back and you think about that. And this is not co-headlining. These are just me.
These are Rico Nasty shows.
That shit is so surreal. The fact that I can't even begin to grasp like how thankful and grateful I am to have fans that ride. Like there was, even when I was in like Australia, when I was doing the FOMO festival and stuff, it was fans from the United States. Like we came just for you. We came all the way to Australia.
We flew all the way here.
Because they know I'm not performing in the United States. Like if that's not ride or die, I'm not, like, and obviously, people love their fans, all that, like, but our relationship, like, I was giving them the shirt off my back type relationship.
So when your fans are riding for you and they're wrong, do you correct them or do you just let them go ham?
I correct them. I correct them. Obviously, that's another thing, sometimes I don't correct them publicly, but I would definitely hit them on the side and be like, yo, you're doing too much. This is making me uncomfortable. I don't like this. And they listen. It's only been a couple that don't listen.
They just wanted your attention. They really just wanted your attention.
They do. But I feel like even sometimes, like, with the copying thing, my fans are famous for tagging me and shit. Like, this person's copying.
Man, it's so loud. Like, you just bring in so much attention. You're so loud.
I be like, y'all, let them do them. Like, and it's like, it comes to a point where it's like, they're literally like, their whole page is just about how I'm better than this person. I'd be like, yo, like, that's weird. This is weird. I love you and I see what you're trying to do here, but you're making Nasty Mob look bad. That's what I be telling them. I say, you're making us look bad. Like, please keep it to a minimum. I know you love me, but keep the shrine in the closet. Please. Thank you.
It's like Helga Pataki's got Arnold in the closet. It's like, my precious.
No, so, I have some fans who say they have a shrine of me and I believe them and I love them. That's so cute.
They have your gum on it too? And a lock of your hair?
I don't chew gum.
What? I never knew that.
No one ever notices.
Is that how you keep your teeth so great too?
I never know.
You do have great teeth. It's probably the gum.
My dad is a dentist. You want to know a horror story?
Tell me a horror story.
I was on stage. I'm jumping around. This fucking chain hits me in my tooth. And it chipped.
Oh,
no one can see it. No one can tell. But me, I can tell. I'm a perfectionist. It fucking chipped.
Can I tell you a random horror story? During COVID, I got nerve damage in my face and I can't feel my chin from here to here. And I haven't for like months.
What? Bacon?
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So right here, I don't feel any of this.
That's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool, but it's like hard to explain. I'm trying to like make sure that like my lip isn't like drooling or like looking stupid.
Wow. You see, pretty girls always have something. It's always something.
Because God had to humble you. He had to humble you. He had to bring you back down.
Oh my gosh.
Like, oh, we're going to give you ass, but we're going to give you personality instead. Because if we give you too much ass,
like me, I don't know what's been up, but girl, I've been real ashy.
I don't even want to show
like
you.
I've been having to walk around with lotion with me because I don't know if it's because I was like in the sun a lot, but I've been real dusty looking. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I don't believe you.
Is that psoriasis or whatever Kim Kardashian had, them red spots? Girl, I think I had that because
it might be your lotion or eczema.
You got eczema?
You got eczema?
I do not have eczema. It would be like,
I mean, it's so the thing is about like mixed kids. A lot of my cousins, they had eczema and also used to get it on my scalp, but I could definitely suggest some good lotions for you. It sometimes isn't as bad as you think. It can be like moderate. You can find it in sometimes your elbow, behind your knees, on your legs.
Yeah, I need some of that. Cause maybe it is eczema. Cause it like it be like patches and then it don't even itch until I start scratching it.
That's why it's eczema, because it only gets irritated probably with hot showers, lotions that ain't good, scented lotions, stuff like that. Why am I giving Rico skincare advice?
Why am I growing into eczema? Like what is that?
Going out of this.
I don't like that. That was like 13. Like why are we here now?
I think that I feel like we have like a second puberty in a sense. Like you don't. 13 was awkward, but like 25 is awkward too, and over 18 is awkward also.
Bro,
so
my foot grew a whole size in the past year. So
really,
it's so cringe whenever I talk about it because it makes me feel like just mad brolic. Like why is your feet growing? Like I don't know, girl. I went from an 8 to a
not a 9. Not a 9.
I'm in the Bigfoot game.
Oh, not you a 7 youth. You're a 7 in men's. Wow.
I was a 6 for a
but
while.
That's growth. That's growth. Okay, listen. How about this? You're also growing in other good ways. Like I feel like you're growing into yourself and you're growing into your feet also.
I feel like no.
Well, we can't tell on the gram because like every time you post like a Fenty shot, it's like, damn, that girl. It's like you grew boobs and you grew like some ass and it's like all coming in nice, respectfully.
Shout out my trainer. I'm working out. Okay.
Are you?
I am. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Has this like introduced wellness into your life? Do you feel a lot better since working out? Because I don't work out.
A schedule into my life because now I have a schedule. I have a schedule with my son. I have a schedule like with myself, with my laundry. Like I'm not very organized because I'm looking at my assistant right now. Like I'm not very organized.
She's like, girl,
I'm trying to be organized. I'm trying to, become an adult and get my shit together. But step one is definitely like I'll be waking up early in the morning. I work out. I make a shake. I make Cam breakfast. Cam, sometimes he comes to the gym with me. Then he goes to school. After school, we take Chip for a walk. Like, we have our whole vibe.
Since you came into the game, you've been a person that just defies the norm and you're willing to like prove that you're willing to define the norm. How would you explain your artistry to somebody who expects traditional things from female rappers? Because you have a new sound, a new thing.
Anybody who has any type of traditional mindset towards hip hop doesn't really know hip hop. Hip hop has been changing ever since hip hop began. There's been new artists ever since the beginning of music. So I feel like if somebody doesn't understand my art or whatever, like I don't really take it personal anymore because I always think about, like highlighted moments in my life. Like the first time I let my mom hear Chief Keef or the first time I let my friends from church hear Tyler, the Creator. Like a couple years pass and those people are fans. Like I don't want to put my mom out there. My mom, she knows a little bit about Chief Keef. I went through a really big phase. So my mom knows a couple Chief Keef songs. Hey. And at first, she was like, what is this? And same for my friends who I went to church with, and I'm listening to Tyler Creator. They're like, why are you listening to this? Like, what is this? Whenever you try a different food, the first thing you're going to say is,
It's like that gif where she's like,
you got to eat the whole plate before you find out if you like it or not. I feel like to know if I like something or not, I need a couple days. Like, I can make a song, and to know if I really like it, I need a couple days. Like, and that's not just my music. That's everybody. Like, if somebody project drop, I need a couple days to actually digest it and listen to it. So if somebody hears me on a whim and they're like, bro, what the fuck is this? Turn this off. I'm not mad at that.
I understand that, because sometimes it takes like a little bit of time to digest it. And if I can be like honest with you, I sometimes think like fans, Twitter people, journalists, interviewers, sometimes,
they eat too fast.
Yeah, like they don't get to it, and they don't really consume it before they go and give their hot takes to the world, or come sit down with a Rico Nasty to ask her a question, and so then they get lost in the mix. Guilty as charged. Sometimes you don't always get the chance to like enjoy the project all the way through. But like when you're in situations like that, I think I just saw like Naomi Osaka, the tennis player. She left the French Open because she was just kind of sick of this cosmosphere that is the industry, even that she's in. And I think that's something also unique to women. Is there ever a time in your career where you were talking to interviewers or trying to get through to your supporters and they're just not hearing it, they're not feeling it, they're not getting it?
No, I've never had a situation.
Or that you wanted to scoot away from the limelight just because you were just tired of voicing?
I've had situations where I wanted to scoot away from the limelight because I felt like people don't handle other people's trauma with delicacy. And I say that by saying, as a female rapper, when other traumatic experiences happen to female rappers, I feel like people try to make that an interview point. I'm gonna say it. Oh, please don't. I hope it don't.
No, because I get it. I too am a woman.
Shit happens to us. They try to make it an interview point, and they don't give a fuck if it's somebody you got beef with. They put you in positions that make you feel like almost like you got to stick up for your enemies. Like, it could be somebody you don't like, but it'd be some weird industry shit going on, and it'd be like, why are you trying to do that? And I feel like not everybody has like the willpower or the knowledge to like see what shit for what it is and like bag back. But it's so many times where I've had interviews and people will ask, first of all, before I do an interview, I knew you was doing it, but like I normally be asking like, what you about to ask me? Because like I don't like being put on the spot. And if you're gonna ask me some juicy shit, just let me know. Just let me know. I will answer it perfectly fine. I just want to know what you about to ask me, because I should deserve to know that. That's my consent. So before I was doing this interview, this person asked if it was okay to ask me this question. And I don't want to say the question because it was very, very weird. But I just feel like when they see people go through stuff in this industry, they will ask a person that doesn't like that person and they don't like that person and how they feel about it. And I think that's fucked up. Because if you really don't like somebody, you are completely fine with talking bad about their downfalls. But like, that shit is fucked up. That shit is like, I'm sorry. I know that it sounds like, oh, she's so weak. That shit is fucked up. Like, you see every day on the internet, you see some fucked up shit happen to somebody. And I am guilty as charged of talking bad about some shit that I seen on the internet. Haha, that shit is funny. But everything is not funny. Like, that's really a person's life. And I feel like the industry and interviewers, they're not like sensitive about that anymore. Like, they know how to ask around it, but they're really not sensitive about that shit. Like, if they want to ask you something invasive ass shit, they just gonna ask you. And I feel bad for my young women coming up, because I don't ever want them to get put in a trick bag where they looking back on the interview like, why the fuck did I say that? But the people in the room made you feel like that was okay to say. That shit is weird. Like, that shit is weird.
It's like I think that we all have our part. I think artists have to come willing to be open, and I think interviewers have to also recognize that we're talking to human people and we're talking to people with emotions, and these things don't end right here. They continue to go on outside of this conversation right here, and they get chopped up and diced for the next 50 years, and people digest that. So respect to you, and I hope that I always catch you on the good side. You know, I always get the good questions. I really
you always will, bro. I love you.
Always. How do you overcome comparisons respectfully?
I feel like comparisons are a phase in a person's career. I think like when I first came out, I was the female Yachty. It just takes people time to let you stand on your own too as an artist. It does, especially as a female. Like it's like, oh, you the female Yachty, you the female Yachty. And then out of nowhere, you the female Uzi, you the female Uzi. It's like they're always doing that. They do it with everybody. Like
I feel like they only do it with women.
That's what I mean by everybody. Yeah. They only do it to us. But it's like one of those things where anytime somebody has said that somebody sounds like me, I go and check it out. I do. I don't care. Like, I'm never the type that's like, what, bro? This bitch sound like me, bro? I'm gonna fucking take her down, bro. I'm gonna take her down. Come on, bro. Like, no, it's never that. It's always like, let me see what they think I sound like. Because I am a very conceited person and I want to know what people think I sound like. So.
And when you hear those comparisons, do you laugh at it, or do you be like, oh yeah, I hear that? Or do you be like, no, I don't?
Some might be like, I do not hear that. But some I hear and it makes me happy inside that people think that I sound like that. It makes me like blush. I be like, really? That's cute.
Or how about when they sound like you? It's like, wow, I'm so honored that you made things that, you know, sound Rico inspired. I love that.
The older that I get, I really look back on my life. This is how I feel when they sound like me. Up to date. The past year, this is how I felt when I see girls sound like me and like everybody thinks they sound like me. All that shit is super, super weird at first. But then I remember being broke, sleeping at my friend's house, can't afford studio time, cheap ass cover art, no label, no budget, no nothing, bitch. I remember that. And I think all of these girls, that's where we start. Especially the ones that sound like me. Most of the time, they're like 21 and under. They're very young, fresh out of high school, and they're 9 times out of 10 broke, dealing with an ain't shit nigga. It's just that phase in their life, and the fact that they heard me and was like, I could do this, and got out of being broke. And now we're talking generational wealth. We're talking magazine covers. We're talking big things for these girls that started off like, oh, they sound like Rico. Like, fuck that. This is their whole life now. Like, they did it. They did it. And all they needed to do was sound like me for 1 or 2 songs. And I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that because I think that that's beautiful. Like, the idea that in the past 5 years, there's been so many up and coming female rappers. And I'll be feeling like, bro, you know how crazy this going to be in 20 years when we look back like, yo, we really changed our lives. We changed our families' lives. We changed hip hop. Like, this is just an amazing time to be in. So when people do that comparison shit, I feel like y'all trying to take shit back to where it don't need to be. It don't need to be that. We don't need to be fighting each other and doing all that, because the last time that I did that and I indulged in that, you want to know something? It made me feel stupid as fuck because certain people really don't deserve your energy, and they have problems because they're not raised where you was raised. They're not raised how you was raised. Like, you putting 2 beta fish in a fucking tank. That's what you're doing. You taking 2 alpha females from across the fucking world and telling them to be friends. Why y'all, like, that shit is, it's
blindly,
childish.
Sometimes without even meeting.
No, and it's childish to me because at the end of the day, like, I respect and I love how everybody play it coy. Like, obviously, no. We is not all best friends with each other. We do not all love each other. We do not give a fuck about one another.
And you don't have to.
We understand, like, where the money reside. So that's, you know, that's where the money reside. You know, if y'all want to keep bickering and beefing about shit that's not getting you paid and it's not going to go anywhere but on, you know, somebody's little blog page, like, why y'all, like, be happy, get some money. Do you know where you started? Do you know how this
Ooh,
shit
be
started?
happy, get some money. Do you know where you started?
Like, do you remember? Like, you mad about somebody sounding like you? Do you remember eating fucking raviolis and oodles and noodles, catching Uber rides?
You feel
now
me?
Your account negative just from catching a fucking Uber ride, and you want to be mad about somebody? That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. You wanted this.
Well, to the next generation, that's a great mindset. And I really do love this growth because I think that we've talked at different points in your careers and career. And I think that you've had like a different standpoint every time that we talk about the influence that you have on the game. For the next generation, what do you hope to see with them? And what advice would you offer to them about putting themselves out there? Because not everybody has got that growth yet and is off their couch and is ready to do that yet.
Be a ladder. Be a ladder. That's what I tell all the up and coming artists that meet me and when I have like heart to hearts about rap shit and real shit. Be a ladder. Don't ever be selfish. It's okay to be selfless and it's okay to protect yourself at all costs, but don't ever be selfish because
that's a gem. It's okay to be selfless, but don't be selfish. Be a ladder. Tell me how to be a ladder, because I think I get it, but I don't know if like a new musician understands what it means to be a ladder and put somebody else in a position to win, you know?
Be a ladder, like, don't be mad to see your friend win. This is also a lesson that I had to learn. When you start working with somebody and you love them and you love them and you love them, but the relationship becomes toxic, but you still love them, you gotta learn how to be a ladder for these people. Like, if somebody is working with you for 4 years and y'all fall out on some petty shit and you going around telling everybody, don't work with them, don't work with them, don't work with them, that is so mean to do.
Yeah, don't hurt my pockets.
These people work so hard. I'm talking about glam, I'm talking about hair, I'm talking about anything. These people work so hard. And I feel like oftentimes you get so wrapped up in just this whole rapper ego. It's like, you know, I fuck that, you know. But it's really like, be a ladder. Like, don't ruin somebody's career because they did you wrong. Like, this is still their whole life and their well-being and the way of them making money. There's been so many times where I've been put in situations where I want to be mad about stuff, but I'm more happy that I got to say that I was the reason why this person got in the door. I'm more happy that in their story, in their lifetime story, they can say, I started off working with so-and-so. And they can't say she was mean or nothing. It just didn't work out. That's what I mean by be a ladder. Don't end every relationship with hate. Don't end every person you're not going to get along with and every person you're not going to like and they might not like you, but don't end it with hate. End it cordial. Be respectful of one another. And also, if you in the studio and you got people around you, make them do something. Like, there's no reason why I'm the one in here working, and y'all just out here smoking. Like, make them do something.
But there are people that feel like emboldened by their entourage. That makes them feel full and realize, you know, and sometimes they don't realize that that's like a blanket, security blanket that they're wearing.
You know something crazy about me, Bacon? You know I ain't never rode with no big ass entourage. I do not like that shit.
I see your entourage.
I don't like that shit. And if it's not him, I'm alone. Sweetie, I do not like that. Or Billy and Kel. Like,
I was literally talking about Billy. I was going to say Billy, your right hand.
Yeah, that's why, bro. Like, I really don't like that entourage shit because when I first started, girl, it would be so many weirdos and it would be so many people. It's like, why? How did you get here and why are you here?
They just wanted to smoke for free. They literally wanted to smoke for free and be here.
They just wanted to just be like in the ambiance of like, you know what's weird? When I used to have those nights in the studio where it'd be like people and I just be in the booth the whole night. Like, that's normally how I am. If anybody's been in the studio with me, they can literally attest to this. If I go in the booth, I won't come out for another 3 hours. I make like 6 songs, but I'm not coming out like at all. And there could be 100 people outside. I'm not coming out to say hi. I will tap on the glass and say what's up, but I'm not coming out because I'm not leaving the vibes. But
never leaving the vibes.
Not leaving the vibes. That's very key. I don't walk in and out of my session. No, I don't walk in. Sometimes I be holding my pee, but you don't leave the vibes.
Like, can't leave the vibes behind.
But you know some crazy girl. One time I was in a booth and bro, I was on Twitter and I was drunk, so I sometimes when I'm on Twitter and when I'm in the studio, sometimes I need like hate This is gonna sound so crazy. Sometimes
it's okay.
I get a couple like mean comments to get me like, oh really, bitch? Oh really, bitch? And then I go talk about shit. But like,
we call it inspiration.
But like, I remember one time I searched my name up, and this boy, he was like, can't believe I'm in Rico Nasty session right now. I looked out, I was like, who the fuck is you? Why are you here? I was like, hold up. Now you not tweeting that you here.
And not that you didn't at me on top of that. You just put this shit out on the timeline and just let it float.
You here. Get out. Leave. That was so weird to me. Because that was like off some like, he probably gonna say some sneaky shit because he probably don't think I was gonna search my name up.
Girl, he was boomeranging you in the bathroom.
Girl, I was scared. I was like, why did he do that? Like, oh my God.
He was doing one of these when you wasn't looking.
They take a picture and then tag me and then like want me to repost the picture. I'm like, bro, please leave me alone.
Well, I mean, but you have to set boundaries, and you found a way to set boundaries for yourself. Like, what advice would you give to like an up and coming artist or just a person in general that has trouble setting boundaries? Because like you said, you developed a routine. You know what works for you. You don't leave the vibes behind.
I feel like don't ever get comfortable with somebody coming to the studio with you.
Mm.
Like, don't ever, like everybody has their best friend and all that shit. Don't bring them to the studio all the time. Ever. Like you can bring your significant other sometimes, and you can bring your friends sometimes. But the minute that you get dependent on someone's energy being in the room while you're trying to create, that can become very toxic to your writing. Okay?
Because I believe it.
It starts to be like, you'll come out the booth and it's like, you need someone's opinion to tell you if something sound good. Because you're so used to somebody, you coming out and it's that energy of, damn bro, this shit go crazy. Then when that energy is not there, you be questioning yourself like, damn, do this go crazy? Does this sound good? Like, no. Do not become dependent on people being there. Like, rely on your own energy, rely on your own senses, rely on your own, like, damn, I think.
You gotta trust yourself.
Yeah. And oftentimes I think rappers, because we have so many different obligations and we are often very, very tired, we give our power and responsibilities away to people. And in doing that, sometimes we like be forgetting who we are sometimes. Like,
well, we're here to remind you that you're great. When you get into the studio and you can't find a good tweet, or the melodies just ain't coming to you and the lyrics ain't coming to you and everything's just falling the fuck apart, which that does happen, how do you break your writer's block?
Take a shot. That's literally what I said. Like if we're listening back to music and I'm like, this sounds terrible. All right, y'all, take a shot. Everybody take a shot. Probably like go outside and walk. I learned not to force it, bro. Oh my gosh, I am growing up. It'd be so many sessions where I'm like, no, I have to finish this song. Like, I have to. It's like, bro, Rome was not built in a day. Baby girl, you do not have to finish this song. But I get it, because with social media and with like how we was talking about how people don't get the chance to fully digest things. As an artist, sometimes you just want to spit shit out because you never know when your moment is going to be. You don't want to miss that hit. You don't want to miss that moment. You're like, but if I finish this song, you know what that does to your brain? Do you know what type of pressure you put yourself under by doing
unnecessarily?
That? Don't do that. It's a waste of time. Just go home. If I'm not feeling it, I go home, or I look at like dog videos. Something that don't got nothing to do with music. Like, I don't even get on social media. I just like get on YouTube. I'm looking at dog videos. I'm looking at olives.
I think that I see you sometime like post some of your favorite TikToks or things that make you laugh. So I feel like making you laugh is a good way to put you in a good mood so that you can like translate that in the studio. I see your shit.
Yeah, definitely. I love like when I see people eat stuff really fast. Like that video of Ezekiel Elliott with the cereal. I think that stuff is really funny. That's my favorite stuff to look at. My favorite is watching people eat things in like one bite. Like, how did you do that? Oh yeah, me too.
I've seen this girl with this big ass mouth, and she can. Let me not get distracted. Sorry. These are the things that entertain me. Songwriting. Where do you draw your general songwriting inspo from?
There was a time where I would like hear certain chords and melodies or like phrases, and I would like voice note it or like type it up in my notes. But I think somewhere along the line, I started feeling like I wasn't giving myself enough time to like really write music because I was just piecing stuff together that I was doing like here and there. And it started like making me feel like, you know, I haven't written a whole song in a really long time. So I try now, like if I'm in a writing mood, which is very rare, it's so rare. Like I really like to write in the studio. Like I would rather just get the beat and write right there. I don't really like writing at home in my room. I used to do that though. Like I used to like down a whole bottle of wine and just be writing in my room. But I just feel like whatever those emotions you're feeling that day, that's fine. But the emotions you feel in the studio, it's undeniable. Like you got to get it out there. I feel like I'm not about to be writing how I really feel in the house.
Well, it sounds like you got to find inspo. And I mean, in 2021, you said that you also have like taken 2 trips that you've never taken before. I saw you went to Hawaii and learned to surf. Rico Nasty learned to surf.
I learned how to surf with a fan.
I saw that. I stalked the fan's mom's page because it was super sweet. Guilty.
It was the best experience ever. Like, it was so weird. Like, literally, I see her. She's like, surf with me. I'm like, no. She's like, okay. I see her again. She's like, you know you want to. She literally learned, like she's teaching me with this other guy who was out there. We're learning how to surf. I land a wave. I landed like 3 waves. She's landing waves. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but we're like one of 5 black girls out there. Okay.
Toot it.
We're like looking like, mwah, 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 you feel me? Like I was so, it's such a blessing to have fans who know boundaries. Like, bro, she was so cool. She was so down to earth. She wasn't asking me like really weird music questions or asking me when shit was gonna come out. She was just like, girl, is this shit fun? Like, we're falling off the surfboards, like laughing at each other. Like, she was talking about school and how she got into her art school that she goes to by drawing a portrait of me. So I'm like trying to hold back tears because I'm just like, the way God be working, like, and who am I to ever be that bitch that don't want to like be a people person? Like, who am I to ever be like, no, I'm not in the mood. Like, I'm always in the mood for my fans, bro. Like, I fucking love
true.
God. That was so cute. I was just like, girl, you gonna make me cry. Like, oh my gosh.
Don't, because I saw it and it was a super sweet moment. If y'all haven't seen it, it's on her Instagram or I seen it in your story. It's out there. What do you think that this year is going to inspire from you musically, or what do you think that this year is going to bring you as far as inspiration to like music? You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like last time I was in LA, I did a recording trip and I made so much music, and I feel like that was the first recording trip that I ever had that I didn't go to the studio and didn't make a song. Like, a lot of times I set it up and I come to LA because I don't live in LA. I come to LA for like 2 or 3 weeks and I'm in the studio every day. And some days I go in the studio and I can't write and I just get frustrated and I go home and I don't make no music, or I probably like listen to music or whatever. Last trip, there was like most of the past 6 or 7 months, if I do a recording trip, I haven't been like leaving one day because I can't write nothing. Like, I feel like I've been very much getting everything out. And I think this year, like, one of the goals that I have for myself, I don't really know what the label has to say about this, but I definitely want to drop 2 projects this year. I feel like the album withheld a lot of emotions. A lot of things that I said in the album are dated because the music is kind of like old to me, new to you guys, obviously. But I feel like to get what I'm really feeling and stuff that's more true to me, like I need to start releasing music on my time because I feel like my fans respond better to my emotions in the now and not like 6 fucking months ago that shit is played.
Because you change, you grow. Briefly explain to me, to an artist that might be watching this, about the relationship of like being an artist, wanting to put your thing out, but also having a label obligation and meeting those things in the middle. Tell me about that adversity.
I don't like talking about it because I feel like it's embarrassing, but
you can keep it cute. We can keep it cute.
You're not about to tell me I can't put my song out, but it's they don't say that. They'll never, oh God. I don't want to be one of those artists. I love my label.
Keep it cute.
I don't want to be one of those artists that's like, oh, my label doesn't do this and they're dishing and be a little brat. Like, I'm thankful.
But it's a real thing.
But I feel like sometimes they won't say, no, you can't put this out, but they will tell you how, if you put this out, you're going to fuck up the domino effect that they have put in place. You know, see, that's the thing. They, you know, go ahead. They'll say, go ahead, drop it. But if you drop it, then there's no press and there's no this and there's no that and there's no this. And you as an artist, you're all about growth and you're like, well, if there's no this and there's no that and there's no this and there's no that, then why would I drop it? Like, but I think that that's because most artists nowadays work with incentive, and I'm learning how to not work with incentive. I'm learning how to feel like I understand that all of these things are put in place for me to succeed. And I'm very thankful that you went out of your way to do all of those things for me in this song, but they can't wait. And neither can I. And we're so excited. And I really think you guys will like the results. Play it respectfully. But if it needs to come out, it needs to come out. I'm telling you, like, and there's a lot of conversations that don't end with the song coming out, you know? And it's just like, that doesn't make you weak, and that doesn't make you, I feel bad for young artists. They probably feel like, I know I felt weak. I know I felt like, damn, I just left the whole meeting about wanting to drop my song and just got pushed back 2 more weeks. What the fuck?
I think that's part, some of that I feel like is part of the game, and I'm not a musician, so I send my love to you. But like, what advice would you offer to somebody that is trying to communicate those needs? Because it can be an awkward conversation being like, I want this, y'all want this, but I want this. You're an
artist. Be spontaneous. You're an artist. Surprise them. They would have never signed you if you were boring, so you better give them a run for their fucking money. That's how I feel. I feel like some situations, okay, don't drop the song because they might have a lot of things put in place. And it's like, okay, this could be super big if we use their resources mixed with our resources. But sometimes it's like, you feel what you feel, and you know, like, if you're really connected with your fans, you know when something is supposed to come out. You can feel it in your bones. Like, it's a sixth sense. It's like a tingly, it's like butterflies mixed with a little bit of like, oh my God, I hope that an artist can really understand what I'm saying, especially now in the age where you can upload your own music. Like, that feeling when you know, it's like, oh my God, like they want it. They gonna eat this shit up, bro. If I wait another day, bro, no. Like, you have to, it's all about perfect timing. Definitely. So if you have to go against the grain sometimes, go against the grain, but be very sure what you're doing. You don't want to step on anybody's toes. Make sure you understand what's on the other side of that. If they tell you, like, don't step on, don't be that artist that's just they look at it like being unorganized. I feel like when you just dropping shit, it's no fucking streaming, no nothing. You just dropping shit, like it could seem all over the place. So I just feel like do what you want to do at all times, but at the end of the day, like, you're always gonna have to hear their mouth. Like, they're the label and they want their music released how they want their music released. It is what it is. But you're also an artist, and you're not a machine that, like, they tell you when to copy and print something, bitch. No, like, I'm a human being, I'm an artist, and if I want to release it, I'm gonna release it. I don't care.
Release it then. I think I saw a cover for RX. Can you tell me anything about RX? Like, is this a book? Is it a song? Is it an album? Is it a single? What is that?
It's 7 songs.
Oh, it's a thing. Like, it's a body.
Yeah, it's a thing. I work fast.
Hey.
Co-produced by Dylan Brady, Honey X. I feel like the perfect way to describe it is, every time I come out with something, people take it. So I looked at the marketing for this. It's like, here's something you can take because it's some fucking pills. So here's something that you can take. And at this point, I'm a pharmacist because so many people tell me that I make them feel better. I make them feel good. I make them feel beautiful. I make them feel happy. I saw a lot of people thinking it was about drugs.
That's where I was going next.
Not really I don't want to say I'm not a drug person. I smoke a lot of weed, but like, you know, pills and stuff like that, you know, that's a little bit different. So I just feel like it's more so like, it's a funny way of saying, here's something that you can take. And for all my fans who say that I make them feel X, Y, and Z, these are those emotions put into like little capsules, little time capsules, also pill capsules, like happy pills, sad pills, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like, you know, we do live in a delicate time where you should be respectful of people who deal with drug abuse and people who are easily triggered by things like that, which is also why that's not even the cover art. That was just something that I put out because I didn't want to keep waiting to tease it. Like, the official cover art is already done and everything, but it's like me on the cover with some really cool shit. But yeah, here's something for you to take. 7 songs. We finally got the Flo Milli song on there, which I feel like my freak out. Oh, look at you.
Come on, I need that.
Look at you.
I need that. I could see you guys going like a tag team, like duet, like back to forth, back to forth, back to forth.
Oh, wow. You guessed it. I hate you.
What the fuck? Can I hear it? As soon as we get done with this, can I hear this? God, I love that.
It's really, really good. It's like I think that song, and there's mind you, these are Honey Gex. This is Honey Gex produced. So it's a Flo Milli song that I really, really like. And there's a song with G Herbo that I really, really like. So I'm really just flexing my muscle on this. I'm not necessarily like trying so hard to be different. I'm definitely doing some hyper pop stuff, but keeping it rap. Like, I'm a rapper. I'm not gonna just... Hyperpop is fun, but I think like me and Dylan, like once, you know, after we did a couple songs, I was just like, maybe I'm not really that good at this. Like,
well, it's well received.
You know what? And it's not even that I'm not good at this. It's just like, to be a boss, you have to realize when people are better at something than you. And Dylan is a hyperpop king, and their, you know, Honey Gex and what they do cannot be duplicated. And I just feel like the portions of it that I got for this project are very, very amazing. But all in all, I feel like this is Dylan flexing. Like, yeah, he makes different crazy sounds, but he's also an amazing producer. Like, the beats he makes are fucking crazy. This isn't just hyper pop. Like, there's some real hip hop stuff on there that I really, really like. Was so surprised when he cooked that beat up, because honestly, like, I was kind of listening to that type of music before I got in the studio. So when he's like playing the chords for it, I'm like, wait, this is really crazy. Some West Coast. It's hard. It's really hard. I really love this project. I love it. Look at my smile. I love it.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell you this is the thing that you're warm about. Do you think that it captures who you are now? Because you said that Nightmare Vacation is a little outdated to who you are now.
I think it definitely does capture who I am now. But I just also think that it just makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel like I'm growing as an artist, because I'm becoming more comfortable with certain things. And this project, like, I've become very comfortable with simply talking my shit, and I don't have to yell to get my point across. Like, the bars are still there, the energy is still there, and I'm not screaming it out you, but it's just like, wow, this is that energy, this is that rock with it vibe. It's just, it's cute.
You can answer this question with a yes, no, or maybe. I saw someone say it on Twitter, but is Nicki Minaj a part of this in any way, shape, or form?
You know, it's so crazy. I have a group chat with my fans.
And they just said it, I bet.
No. I'm about to read you what happened, because they're so funny. I love them so much. And like, they really was like, bro, they're all, when I dropped it, they was like, Harajuku, all at the same time. And then they was like, what is that? Because it said Harajuku District on the bottle. And I said, I have no idea. That was a rough edit of what he made. And he is Carly Fetz, the person who made the artwork. That was a rough edit of what he made originally. And I wanted to post, so he never changed what was on the pill bottle from Google.
Oh, God. So then it just like they ran with it.
Yeah, they ran with it, but I'm not going to shoot it down. I should have just fucking said, yeah, Nicki Minaj is on it. But then Nicki Minaj would have been like, bitch, what? I am not on that project.
Because Nicki's everywhere. She watches.
Yeah, bro, I I don't want to toot my own horn, but I have a fair share of Nicki interactions, okay? I wished her happy birthday. She motherfucking commented a heart on it. Then there's more. I fucking quoted her baby, who's so cute. I quoted, I'm like, bro, this nigga got an AP on. He had some expensive watch on. I was like, oh my God, like, he's so cute. I didn't even know this watch. She liked it. So, I'm never the type to be like, even though I want to be, but it's like, I'm going to just play it cool, I see you, girl. I love you, girl. I seen her with the pink Crocs on. I was like, Rrr.
I saw the Crocs. I seen them too. And I was wondering, I was like, well, maybe Nicki and Rico know each other because y'all should. Can we manifest that this year?
Can we be completely like honest? You know those shoes in Poppin'? They're like Dolce. Well, you don't know them, but like those are my favorite shoes. That's like the first expensive pair of shoes I ever bought. And they were from Dolce & Gabbana. They was hot pink and black, and they had fur on the top or whatever.
I've seen you in these shoes, I feel like.
I put these shoes on. I shot the video. 2 days later, I like flexed with the shoes, obviously. Mind you, I know Nicki Minaj had no idea who I was. I had like 30K. I flexed with shoes. I took like a picture in the shoes. I'm like, bro, these joints crazy. Bro, 3 days later, Nicki Minaj posted a picture in the same shoes. I was like, bro, soul sister. Hi, it's nice to meet you. She my soul sister for real. Like, she like maybe look, Nicki's like a rapper. So maybe she don't get the whole sugar trap thing. But fashion, Nicki, the Crocs, Nicki, come on, Nicki. I was so.
She took a page out of your book, or y'all took a page out of each other's book, respectfully.
I feel like we all take a page out of Nicki's book. I mean, like, that's how you become that bitch. I feel like you gotta study. You gotta
know who's the queen, to follow behind, see how they did it, so you could do it too, but do it better, but do it. But one of your most unique ways that I feel like you express yourself is through your music videos. Have you taken on directing? Have you taken on producing? And do you have any visuals like in mind for Nightmare Vacation and RX already in mind? Like treatments, rather?
Definitely. I'm shooting a music video tomorrow. I can't tell you for what. But I'm shooting a music video tomorrow. I helped direct Shut the Fuck Up.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the hardest video that you ever had to be a part of?
I've actually directed a lot. I directed Key Lime OG.
Then what's up with your credits? We gotta I need directed by Rico Nasty.
I thought we knew. I don't give anybody else credit. I thought we knew that I do this. I mean, like, I'm like back in the day when it was trust issues. Let me think. Dennis Rodman, Trust Issues, Key Lime OG, Rage, Hit That. I think Rojo and Blocklist were my first budgeted music videos. So I had production and all of that. But all of those other music videos, that was me. That was just me, like, let me get cute and shoot a video. Like, I don't really like to put so much pressure on, like, having extras in this whole big production. Like, we was just finding, like, driving past places that look cool. Like, okay, let's shoot here. And then I would sit and edit with them, and then I would make the story through the edits. Or like as I'm shooting, I would act out certain things and be like, okay, this gonna go here at this part. But I feel like, when you hands-on like that, like, it could be fun, but it could be very, very stressful. You can sometimes bite off like a lot more than you can chew because you are the artist and you still need to be performing.
You still gotta rap, but you can't focus on how you look if you also rapping.
And you worried about how everybody else look. You like, oh, wait, in the middle of you rapping, you like, wait, you need to move this way. No, you can't. Yeah, so I've definitely tried to lean back a little bit. But I think in RX, I'm planning on directing 3 of the music videos that are supposed to be coming out. So I'm really, really excited about that. I'm excited about just like taking that leap of faith again. Like, I feel like when I got some money, like, I started being scared. Because, like, I know how long it took to get here. And I'm like, damn, like, I'm so scared of losing it all that I started, like, stop taking chances on myself and stop taking chances on my art. And I'm very excited to be taking chances again for RX and not have so much pressure of like this album and this album and this album. Like, albums can really, really take it out of you. I feel, very much thankful that I have a team that, like, our communication was there. But I also feel like when you have meetings with people, you have to learn how to say how you really feel about stuff and not just like, okay, this is kind of okay. No, you have to let them know if this is okay or not. And I think it was my fault on several occasions where we're like, should the album come out now or you want to wait? And I'm like, I kind of want to wait because I'm nervous and I'm this and I'm that. Like, getting older in this and actually dropping another project that was made, I don't want to say fast, but I think I work better like that. Like, I work better when I work at my own pace and I'm able to churn shit out the way that I want. Like, holding on to music and working on an album is a very long process. It is not something that happens overnight. There's a lot of marketing that goes into that. There's a lot of like partnering and, you know, you're teaming up with different corporations for certain things and you're doing branding and like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into an album. It's not just releasing music. So I will say to all my younger artists coming up, like, be patient. Be very, very patient with the people you work with. Don't be ungrateful. And just try your best to understand that, yes, you could drop the album right now, but you shouldn't. That's like the best way I can explain an album. It's like, yeah, you can do it right now, but you shouldn't because XYZ. And I am very pleased with my results for my album. It's like a workout result. I am very pleased with the results I got.
I am both pleased with your album and your workout results. I'm telling you, like, if you're watching this and you don't follow Rico on the gram, you definitely should do it because she's going to add like a pop of laughs, some bullshit, some chaos, some fine ass, some mini thick body goal vibes going on too. Give you some inspo and always like great music and definitely just great vibes. I literally can always feel your energy come through the screen, through the hug, and through your music. So to wrap it up, round of applause again to Rico Nasty. Thank you for sharing this time with me up close and personal. I want to thank GRAMMY U for this opportunity. Where can we follow you, though, for real though?
Okay, you can follow me. I'm Rico Nasty. Just Rico Nasty. Just look Rico Nasty up. There's not many other Rico Nasty, so.
Literally Google her.
Google her. Twitter, Rico Nasty. I don't have a Snapchat. I have a TikTok, Rico Nasty. It's not like Rico Nasty official or it's Rico Nasty. It's just Rico Nasty. So.
She's nasty.
Look me up.
Thank you, Rico. I appreciate you for your time.